The United States Navy is the naval warfare service branch of the United States Armed Forces and one of the 7 uniformed services of the United States. The United States Navy is the largest, most capable navy in the world, with the highest combined battle fleet tonnage. The United States Navy has the world's largest aircraft carrier fleet, with 10 in service, 2 in the reserve fleet, and 3 new carriers under construction. The service has 323,197 personnel on active duty and 108,515 in the Navy Reserve. It has 274 deployable combat vessels and more than 3,700 operational aircraft. The United States Navy traces its origins to the Continental Navy, which was established during the American Revolutionary War and was effectively disbanded as a separate entity shortly thereafter. It played a major role in the American Civil War by blockading the Confederacy and seizing control of its rivers. It played the central role in the World War II defeat of Imperial Japan. The 21st century United States Navy maintains a sizable global presence, deploying in strength in such areas as the Western Pacific, the Mediterranean, and the Indian Ocean. It is a blue water navy with the ability to project force onto the littoral regions of the world, engage in forward areas during peacetime, and rapidly respond to regional crises, making it a frequent actor in United States foreign and military policy. The Navy is administratively managed by the Department of the Navy, which is headed by the Civilian Secretary of the Navy. The Department of the Navy is itself a division of the Department of Defense, which is headed by the Secretary of Defense. The Chief of Naval Operations is a 4-star admiral and the senior naval officer of the Department of the Navy. The Chief of Naval Operations may not be the highest-ranking naval officer in the armed forces if the chairman or the vice chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who by law outrank the Chief of Naval Operations, are Navy officers. The Russian Navy is the naval arm of the Russian Armed Forces. The present Russian Navy was formed in January 1992, succeeding the Navy of the Commonwealth of Independent States, which had itself succeeded the Soviet Navy following the dissolution of the Soviet Union in December 1991. The regular Russian Navy was established by Peter the Great in October 1696. Ascribed to Peter is the oft-quoted statement, "A ruler that has but an army has one hand, but he who has a navy has both." The symbols of the Russian Navy, the Andrews ensign, and most of its traditions were established personally by Peter. Neither Jane's fighting ships nor the International Institute for Strategic Studies list any standard ship prefixes for the vessels of the Russian Navy. For official United States Navy photographs, they are sometimes referred to as Russian Federation ship. However, the Russian Navy itself does not use this convention. The Russian Navy possesses the vast majority of the former Soviet naval forces, and currently comprises the Northern Fleet, the Russian Pacific Fleet, the Russian Black Sea Fleet, the Russian Baltic Fleet, the Russian Caspian Flotilla, naval aviation, and the coastal troops, consisting of the naval infantry and the coastal missile and artillery troops. A rearmament program approved in 2007 placed the development of the Navy on an equal footing with the strategic nuclear forces for the first time in Soviet and Russian history. This program, covering the period until 2015, expected to see the replacement of 45% of the inventory of the Russian Navy. Out of 5 trillion rubles, $192 billion, allocated for military rearmament, 25% will go into building new ships. We are already building practically as many ships as we did in Soviet times, First Deputy Prime Minister Sergei Ivanov said in July 2007. The problem now is not lack of money, but how to optimize production so that the Navy can get new ships 3, not 5.